The MoneroTopia Guest Segment is sponsored by Cake Wallet. Store, send, receive, and exchange your Monero and Bitcoin safely on iOS and Android too. Cake Wallet is open source, and you always control your own keys.
All right, it's official. Shortwave, I think you were a special guest like way back in the day, right?
I don't think so. I don't think I've ever been special guest. I've been viewers on stage a ton of times, but I don't think I've ever been the special guest.
He's been the co-host.
Yeah, I've been co-host.
Yeah, well, we've definitely been taking advantage of you then, because you're very special around here for sure. So today you are a special guest. Actually, I did want to ask you about your recent purchase on XMR Bazaar.
Yeah, the Meshtastic node.
Yes,
I will say right offhand that I don't know much about Meshtastic yet because I haven't actually received it. I ordered it from Monero Mago, M-A-G-O. He's a very prolific seller on there, and so I trust him with the direct payment, and so it wasn't a problem. I've ordered soap from him before, so I didn't have any kind of concern about direct payment with him.
See, that's good. You start small. You start with soap, you work your way up. That's a smart way of going about it. He has a lot of trades on there.
Yeah, he's got like 20 or 25 different reviews, positive reviews, and a person said that they purchased like $1,000 computer from him direct, and he had no issues with them. So I trust this guy. He's got 20 good reviews.
All right, good.
So I suspect he's
hopefully. All right. What's his name? What's the account name?
Monero Mago, M-A-G-O. He used to be called Monero Bull.
Oh, okay. Yes,
so
I know that account.
We got to ask him the tough questions if he's going to be the special guest. Shortwave, how much Monero did you swap for Trump coin? Let's hear it.
Absolutely fucking zero. In fact, I heard about what I heard about Trump coin being launched. I'm like, you've got to be fucking kidding me.
Or you could have made a 30x overnight.
Nah, fuck that shit.
I do want to ask more about Meshtastic. Do we know anything about that? I know we talked about it on the show in the past. Like it's supposed to be kind of a pretty easy plug and play mesh network thing, right? Where you
so what I do know about it right now is from reading and watching different videos, but I will be getting it probably in the next couple of days, I would assume, next couple of days to a week, and setting it up. I don't know if I'll have anybody here to talk to. There's a site called meshmap.net that shows you different people who have live nodes. And there's at least one other person in my area that has one, but I'm not certain if I will be able to get
do you have any idea what the hardware is like? Like what are these things functioning off of?
It's all kinds of hardware, down from like $5 or $6 boards all the way up to like $150 devices, depending on what you want. They're little tiny radio chips. It's really DIY hardware, but some companies are making like bigger devices with solar panels and integrated batteries and well put together cases and stuff like that.
How do we integrate this with the Nodo? How do we get to the point? I think I saw somebody make it was a great point in the comments, right? Like that's kind of an ideal if you get to the point where Monero nodes are running off of or integrated into a mesh network.
So I can tell you,
it's probably already. You really wouldn't have to do anything to the Nodo to start integrating it with Meshtastic, because it's I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's already good to go.
This is not that. The maximum possible data link speed on this is 10.6 kbps. It's really, really slow, and it's mainly just for text and location sharing. So like you can back and forth text over these mesh networks without any kind of cell signal or things like that, or you can share your device's location. Somebody made a BBS that you could access over the mesh, things like that. This isn't going to be for any kind of high data link throughput things.
Okay. Cool, nonetheless. What's been your take on XMR Bazaar recently? I mean, you've been a part of it from day one, watching the growth. Give us your take on that.
I'm really enjoying it. As I said, this is my second order through it, and both of them I've done direct. Actually, I've done 3 orders, I ordered soap from this one person who decided to take my 58 Monero and run away and never say anything to me again. So that happened.
Oof.
So I got hit for that, but whatever, it
Oh,
happens. If I had,
Thank you for your sacrifice, sir.
yeah, the person I should have known better. I should have known better. The person had 0 reviews and 0 trades, so I should have known better, but I didn't. So it's my own fault. I should have, I
For
should have done.
those scamming out there, hopefully your scamming days are numbered. Once we add the bonding system, it will be more difficult for you to do so. Probably
Yeah,
not worth it.
I should have used the escrow with that person since they had 0 reviews and 0 trades.
Yeah.
But I'm like, you know what? I understand some people wanting to get into Monero, and maybe this person is that kind of person. So I trusted them, and I should not have. But oh well, it happens.
Right. And we need that avenue. We need people to be able to get into Monero that don't yet have it, that can build up a trust and build up their trust and reputation on their profile from starting from 0, right? And that will always be a part of XMR Bazaar.
Well, and I think that's where the multi-sig escrow comes in handy. Like if the person has 0 reputation and 0 trades, you have to do multi-sig escrow with them, no matter, even though it's complicated. Yes, it is complicated, but that's the only way you're going to be able to secure for certain that you're going to get your product. Because otherwise, you're going to end up like me.
What do you think of the bonding idea? Did you hear what we were talking about with that?
Yeah. Yes, I love it. I think it's a fantastic idea because I can put up like a 1 XMR bond. And then if anybody buys something from me that's less than a Monero, they know that if I scam them, which I'm obviously not going to do, that they can take it to the mediator and the mediator can decide whether to give them my bond or not. I like it. I think it's a perfect idea.
Yeah. So hopefully, yeah, I think it's going to solve a lot of the problems. And then the escrow, where once we get the bonding thing up, we'll turn back and look at the escrow again and see. There's definitely a lot of room for improvement there, just through basically the UI, the UX, like the process of going through it. But it's also the nature of the way Monero multisig works. How you've used Havino as well? How does it compare there? Because they're basically doing a similar thing with third-party mediators, multi-sig escrow.
The software literally handles it all. So with Havino, you don't have to do anything except click the buttons. So you click, like you start trade, you click the send button, it sends it to the escrow. You don't have to do anything. It's all managed for you. There's absolutely nothing that you as the end user have to do.
Yeah, but that's because you're running software, right? You're running a client, so that's, I guess, the advantage they have there.
Yeah.
With XMR Bazaar, it's all done in the browser.
That would be my guess.
I'm wondering if there's things we can learn from their implementation that could be used to improve XMR Bazaar's escrow. I don't know. What do you think? Any thoughts on that? I know that's like a technical question.
Yeah, I wouldn't be the person to ask about that. You might want to talk to Woodser.
Yes, that would be a good idea. I see somebody's selling a Monero Nodo on XMR Bazaar, Founders Edition. Okay.
By the way, there is a bug. There is a bug with the UI on mobile, where only 5 listings show up per category, and then the 6th one shows up.
That's since been fixed. That has been fixed. It's working on my phone now.
Let me check it because I thought this morning I just saw it. Let me take a look. Where's my phone at?
Yeah, I think that's since been fixed. But good point. That was an issue.
I do not find my phone.
I don't know, Alaska. I don't know if you were listening in on that. Any insight into how Havino functions versus XMR Bazaar with regards to its escrow, and if there's perhaps ways we can improve XMR Bazaars?
So I personally think that the differences between the two, they both found their niche just fine. And I would point out that the escrow system, the way it's designed in the XMR Bazaar, kind of meets the need for XMR Bazaar. And my problem is I know very little about how the escrow system on Havino actually works. But I would just point out that the way it is now on XMR Bazaar, it seems to me like the way that you would want to do such a thing. Now, I've always done peer-to-peer. I've still never used the escrow system in XMR Bazaar. That is until I lost all my Monero in a boating accident. But like personally, I think that it's fine the way it is. Like you just keep meeting the Craigslist of Monero need the way that you are. And I think that the way that the escrow system is designed in XMR Bazaar lends itself to possibly having like premium escrow arbitrators. And I think that's probably one of the best business models that you have going for you, along with, the bond idea could work. But I think that premium memberships at some point for XMR Bazaar for people who are like doing a lot of vending on it probably would easily cover the cost by itself. But that's just my 2 cents. And there's a lot of room for talking to Woodser about how he did it versus how you're doing it, and maybe coming up with systems for integration or whatever. But I don't really see a need for that.
Okay, the UI bug on XMR Bazaar on mobile is partially fixed. So it works if you click into the category itself, but if you're just on like the main homepage, it still has the bug.
I'm sorry, Shortwave said it works, and then what happens?
Yeah, so it works if you click into the category. Like, for example, if I go to XMR Bazaar...
but it doesn't work on the homepage?
Yeah, if I go to XMR Bazaar on the homepage itself, it's got the 5 with the blank 6th where it should be, and you can click the 6th if you want. And then if I click, say, like the browse 1,821 listings, that thing works now. It did not before. So that it's partially fixed.
Well, no, that's it. That's it. You're saying because on the homepage it should... No, because the homepage, we want it to be limited.
On the homepage, each category should show 6. They currently show 5 with a blank space where the 6th should be, and you can click that blank space to open the 6th.
Got it. So it's showing as blank on the 6th.
Hey, Shortwave, are you a mediator on XMR Bazaar?
No, I'm not.
I've actually never bought anything with the escrow. I'm looking. I see there's a bunch of people. That's pretty cool. It looks like it shows their stars and then how many successful trades they've had.
Yeah, we have like, so you could, I don't know if you want to bring it up. Cool. I can show you. Yeah, so we have like the little badges, right? So Aaliyah is the top, she was the first mediator, so it shows up first, but obviously eventually they'll be in order of trust, essentially.
Speaking of the bond idea, though, who you should talk to is Simplified Privacy and Aaliyah, because they set up a bond.
Aaliyah's very much a part of this. I mean, she's the mediator, right?
Okay, because
she's the Monero admin.
Her and Simplified Privacy set up a bond for their stuff with their pixels and stuff like that.
Okay. Yes, and she had brought up some concerns when we were originally talking about it, but now I think with the implementation that we've spoken about, she thinks it could work. She originally had some concerns as to how things can be gamed, but I think she thinks it's pretty solid at this point.
I'm very excited because I'll be using it when it's live for certain.
So if I want to order this service manual for the Nissan R31 Skyline, I can click on escrow and then I select a mediator, and we've got our options here. I've got a decent amount of people, and it looks like most of them are 5-star, and they have at least one trade.
Yeah, go to view mediators, or it's not showing.
View all. Right? Cool. Okay.
Yeah.
There's Leah. Oh, yep. Check mark. Yep. Verified. Just Aaliyah. Okay. Yeah, just Aaliyah.
Yeah. So the blue check mark is like, the X blue check mark, and that's gonna be the next feature we add after bonds. There'll be a way to basically verify yourself through your X account without using the X API. Account? Well, it's just an option that you can do, right? So you don't have to, right? So for those that do have one, right, like Vic might want to use this untraceable, for example. I see he has an account here. He should just, verify his X account, and then boom, right there. I mean, that creates a lot of trust, right? You know that it's untraceable from X. chances are he's not going to destroy his reputation scamming you on XMR Bazaar. So when he's selling you his used Nodo, he's probably not going to, you can trust in the fact that he's going to ship it. So we're gonna add that, and then once we add the bonding feature, those are also going to become badges that you would see. And then the bond badges will be colored based on whether the bond fully covers what the vendor is selling or only partially covers. So if you have a vendor that's selling $600 phones and they've only put up one XMR, they would get, let's say, a yellow badge, right? Bonding badge. But if they're fully bonded, if they put up 10 Monero bond and they're selling products that don't go over the value of $600, it would be a different color.
Oh, that would be cool.
Badge.
So each listing, so like if I was selling a $600 phone, it might be yellow, but if I was selling a $5 widget, it would be like green or something.
Right, because we don't want the $600 phone guy to just buy a $25 bond and make it look like he's bonded, right? You need to know that the bond covers the value of what you're selling. So just to communicate that to buyers.
Yeah, I might actually try buying something on here because I haven't actually bought anything at XMR Bazaar yet. I might try buying something. I won't say what it is though.
How terrible of you, Tux? Why?
It's exhilarating.
I know.
How dare you? You've been XMR.
Hey, I haven't bought anything on Monero Market.io either. I just haven't.
Or sell something. If you're not looking to use Monero right now, you want to earn something, you could sell something too.
I bought some goldbacks on Monero Market before XMR Bazaar existed. So
nice.
I tried buying a flipper. What was it called? The Flipper Zero on Monero Market.io months ago, but the guy didn't respond, so I ended up getting my money back. That was the only time I actually tried. But yeah, I might. Yeah, there's some cool stuff showing up, like the cheese, the Parmesan, straight from Italy. I mean, how cool is that?
I love
yes,
the fact
and
that
it's very good. It's not like you're not picking this up at your local.
And now XMR Bazaar is larger than Monero Market.io for the first time. It's like 5% larger now.
Oh, in terms of listings?
Yep, in terms of listings, it's I think like 4.6 or 5 or something like that % larger now.
Fastest growing Monero market in history. We're like the Trump coin of Monero markets.
That's
basically,
cool.
I mean, it's only been out for 7-8 months, something like that. May of last year.
But when is it going to accept Trump coins? That's the question. And when is Cake Wallet going to integrate the future of cryptocurrency?
Fucking never.
Somebody in the
on XMR Bazaar, that is a feature we will be adding too, just like we said with XMR Chat. We're doing it there first, but once we get that working, we'll do that on XMR Bazaar too, right? So anybody can come, they could spend their Dogecoin, they could spend their Trump coin if they want to pay an exchange fee, and the seller always receives Monero.